following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. It is 4:02 p.m., time for the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3 FM. My name is Loyd Kirby. I'm the marketing manager here at WLCN, and for the next half hour, we will be talking with Sheralyn Bolton and Tim Searby from Lincoln Community Theater as they prepare for an upcoming, not a full theatrical play per se, but performance for well, actually, you can tell us why you're doing this performance in the middle of the winter when theater season is traditionally, summertime.
Yeah. Well, a lot of folks had asked, can't we do something year-round? And so even though it is a little bit difficult with weather, you don't know what it's going to be, we decided we would do it's really a theatrical musical program with dessert and great desserts and wonderful music. And so we just called it A Midwinter Night's Dream, and it's February 14th and 15th. And so we've got the talent lined up, and we're thrilled with that.
Okay, and it takes place at St. John United Church of Christ
in Lincoln,
rather than the high school.
Yeah, it won't be at the high school, it'll be at St. John's.
So how many performers and folks who are interested in attending, what can they look forward to?
How many do we have?
18.
18 performers.
18 performers, and that includes 2 pianists, and then with other people helping, there'll be a lot more people involved, but that's the cast. Okay. And that's the cast ranges from 14 up to somewhere 70, in the 70s, and something? I'm not going to say where.
Now, are you the actual oldest?
No.
No,
there is one older person, and I won't mention her name.
Okay.
But she plays piano.
Okay.
All right, then. So you mentioned February 14th and 15th, 7 p.m. performance on February 14th, as well as 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the 15th. If folks are interested in attending, how can they get tickets?
On the website, lincolncommunitytheater.org. Tickets are online only because we have this amazing decadent dessert menu. We have desserts from We Three Sweets and Missy's Sweet Shop in Atlanta. And then coffee provided by Guest House Coffee. So we have to have our numbers and counts in, so it's a very limited kind of, not exclusive, but a little bit special dessert thing. So that's why it's a pre-sales on the tickets only. So.
Okay. And roughly how many people can attend? How many
we have seating for 96 at each performance, so just shy of 300, and sales have gone. We're over 100 of that 300 already, so we're a third of the way through. So get your tickets soon.
Yeah,
they are
absolutely.
selling.
Because I worked at a performing arts center, and I know as the performance date gets here, the sales tend to spike a lot.
Yes.
Of people, just with so much going on and plans.
Valentine's weekend, it's a great date night, or take your girlfriends out, take your friends out, take your kids out. So it'll be a fabulous event. So.
And you get wonderful entertainment and delicious desserts and coffee, and it's $15 a person. So it's very reasonably priced.
Sure. Yeah, for what you're getting, and dinner,
exactly.
Not dinner, but dessert and a show, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you mentioned it was a good Valentine's Day, sort of a date night kind of an activity. Does this have sort of a love theme with it being around?
Oh, all the love, all the love.
Okay.
So we have romantic love, and we've got the juicy love songs, but there's the friendship aspect of how you are with your friends and your community. We've got sad love songs, silly love songs. We love food. We love it's all the love songs.
Okay.
So.
And the directors, I hear they're
ridiculous.
Talented.
Oh my goodness.
For those who don't know, I am speaking with the directors here in this interview. So,
And we have our accompanists are exceptional, Donnell Franklin and Kay Dobson. And so all of the support we would ever want from an accompanist, it's there. They are incredible. So it's good. Yeah. And then to see the numbers with this multi-generational thing is just exciting to me, to see that we've got people that of all ages that still want to do this. And I think our audiences will be pleased because it's just such a good arrangement of numbers. And a little bit of dance, not a lot, but a little bit of dance. All the way we start back in the 30s because you're going to hear some really good stuff from the Gershwins. You're going to hear all the way up to Hamilton. There's going to be some stuff from Hamilton. You'll hear things from The Wedding Singer. The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd. That's one that not a lot of people know, but it's a great musical. Music Man, Hadestown. Just tons of great pieces and duets, groups, solos. It's
Barbershop Quartet.
Oh yes,
Amazing.
Tight harmony. Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing that for a small town, small community, what big talent we've got. I mean, there's some people that just absolutely blow you away. That this talent is just hiding in these little small town here. So I love that.
Yeah, and not necessarily people who you would necessarily think, not in necessarily a theater related or performance related field.
Jobs we've got the tech geeks, we've got school teachers, and I don't even know. We've got retireds.
We've got people that work for the state. We've got just a real array of people, and then and the ages too. So it's just a delightful show. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of great food.
And this not being a full theatrical performance, you don't have all the sets and all the lighting, or at least as many lighting cues and things like that. So when did you begin rehearsing or actually putting this together?
Because we keep the rehearsals to a very minimum in January, February to get ready for this, because we know December is just awash with holiday stuff. It is really, we get the music and it's kind of, you're on your own. You got to learn it on your own. We have very few rehearsals to put it together. So it is a very tight group. This is the best of the best that we get. So it's, I don't know, it's a lot of rehearsing on your own kind of style. It might not be like the big fancy sets of our stage shows, but we take the Fellowship Center of St. John Church and make it just beautiful. So we take a lot of fabrics and decorations and hangings, and you just walk in and you're transported to this glamorous, fabulous place.
Very nice. So, roughly how long does the performance run?
About an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's about an hour and a half show. So it's quite a bit less time than a 2.5 hour show that we would do as a full production.
But I don't know. I could spend an hour eating desserts.
Yeah,
so.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, that is the I always get the name wrong. Midwinter Nights Dream, a dessert musical cabaret from February 14th and 15th. For February 14th, Valentine's Day, 7 p.m. performance with 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. performances on the 15th. Tickets $15, available online at lincolncommunitytheater.org. That's the proper spelling of theater, the R-E theater.
Yes.
We're fabulous here.
You got that all perfectly.
Don't be impressed. I'm reading from the slide here. So, we're at 10 minutes after the hour, so we'll go ahead and take our first break here, but we'll be back with more with Sheralyn, Bolton, and Tim Searby. If you have questions or comments or just something you would like to know about the performance or about Lincoln Community Theater in general, give us a call at 217-648-5510, or you can email your questions, 4pm411 at WLCNonline.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln-Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here talking with Sheralyn Bolton and Tim Searby from Lincoln Community Theater. If you're looking for tomorrow's Viewpoint program, it actually will not be airing due to an illness. We hope Dara feels better soon. But next week, however, here in the 4 p.m. 411, we will have Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. He normally is here the first Tuesday of the month, but we explained to him the situation. We wanted to get the word out about the LCT performance, and he graciously switched his date to join us, so I appreciate that. But as I said, we have Tim Searby and Sheralyn Bolton here from Lincoln Community Theater talking about, well, so far we've talked about the upcoming performance on February 15th, or 14th and 15th rather, a Midwinter Night's Dream dessert cabaret, or dessert musical cabaret. Try saying that 3 times fast. And but Lincoln Community Theater is much more than just the one performance coming up. You guys, I understand, have got your 2025 season shows for the season selected.
We do, and we're excited about it. Doing the first show will be Musicville. That will be a youth production, so it'll be youth that are actually doing the show. And if anybody saw Grunch, it's by the same people that put together Grunch and many other shows. They're written especially for ages, I'd say ages like 3rd grade through 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
And they're well written, and this will be a phenomenal show and a great experience for the young people. It'll be June 27th through 29th. We want to talk about the other one?
Yeah. In July, we'll be putting on Guys and Dolls. Again, classic story. Everybody loves it. We need to recruit more guys. Obviously, we need guys to go with all the dolls we get. It'll be a fun one because there's so much good singing, dancing. The clothes, the costumes have such a classic look to it. That'll be fun. That's July, what is that? 24th through the 27th.
Yeah,
so that'll be a fun one.
A month later after the Musicville.
Yep.
Now, we were talking before that now that you're in the community high school auditorium, that your ticketing used to be season tickets, and season ticket holders could purchase tickets to each show in a package.
Yeah,
but,
with the high school, it's not necessary. We're not in danger of selling out. We can have a massive crowd at our shows, and the high school's got all the room to seat everybody and have a great view anywhere in that room. So it's not the limited space.
Right.
So we'll have tickets available at the door for those shows.
And speaking of the high school, I'd like to put in a plug for the upcoming production of Cinderella at the high school. It'll be March 13th through 16th. We have 2 young women that are teachers out at the high school that will be directing it. They're doing an amazing job. I get the privilege of working vocals with them and just love it. Nigel Range is doing the orchestra again. Really talented group of kids. So we would encourage people. That's part of what we do as community theater too, is to promote anything theatrical that we can. So we like to do that.
And we were talking before we went on the air that now that you have a permanent location rather than working out of the box office at Johnston Center or whatever, wherever it may be, now you are actually sort of becoming a resource. I mean, I guess Lincoln Community Theater probably always has been a resource for the area, but now even more so that you've got all your materials and set pieces and costumes. You know where they are, and they're easily accessible and
Absolutely.
organized.
And this gal is a real driving force for that. But tell them
it's
about
been fun.
who's right now.
Well, with the Lincoln Community High School, we've been able to help with sets and props and costumes for their Cinderella show. We've also met with the directors from Mount Pulaski High School for their upcoming show, Wizard of Oz. We'll have to look the dates up for them. But they've borrowed sets and props, costumes for that since LCT just did that a couple years ago. We had stuff organized and ready to go, and that's just part of the blessing of this building that we have is we can be a resource for other theaters in the community, and that's just such a good positive thing. We want to encourage that with everybody.
Yes, and the new building has just provided, it's really 2 new buildings.
Oh, yeah.
And so with the main building that's right on Broadway, that's our storage area for costumes, for set pieces, things like that, scores, scripts, things like that. But then the pole building behind has become a tremendous shop area for us. All of our supplies in there are organized. We have enough room to build there. We've got a door. We can just slide them out and load them on a wagon and take them on out to the high school. So we are so grateful. But we've got expenses coming up with that building. We've got more repairs to do. We've already done a lot of tuck pointing on the side of the building, and then next we'll be fixing
Some
that roof a little
roofing.
bit. It's not bad, but we just need to do some repairs. So that's one of the things that this Midwinter Night's Dream helps us do is to continue those kind of upkeep things, and then also for a new season.
Oh,
Yep.
Of course, because you've got, folks may not be aware, but of course you don't just get to go out and do any play you want. There are rights holders who.
There are rights holders.
Yes.
The good big shows, they do cost money.
Oh, yeah.
To rent costumes that we don't have. It does cost money. We all know the price of paint right now costs money. So we do have expenses that we have, and we're a nonprofit. So, our board isn't paid. All of our actors are just volunteers. So the expenses add up. But so we'll take your money to help keep it going.
and the shows come along with a royalty that we have to
Yes.
pay too.
Right,
so
exactly.
And those aren't minimal anymore.
No.
They have to make their money off the show too. So
Right.
there's an expense to providing the theater.
This is where I wish I had Avenue Q's give us your money in the back.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but if folks are interested in supporting the theater, either through monetary donations or, you mentioned the cost of paint, maybe there's a hardware store or a paint shop that would be willing to donate some goods. How would they make that known to you?
Well, for any monetary donations, you can either mail something to us, Lincoln Community Theater. It's P.O. Box number 61 in Lincoln. Or there's a donate button on the website, and any amount, we'll take it. We would happily take anything. I don't know. That's
Well, and you
the
also
best ways,
mentioned- You mentioned you're a nonprofit, so
We're a nonprofit, so-
folks that might be looking for tax advantages might
absolutely. We can get you receipts for that.
Sure.
Tax help. Yep.
There you go.
Sure.
And supporting the arts, makes for a more vibrant community.
Right.
So
That's
Well, especially
Exactly.
with the
Win-win.
youth programs. With theater, you don't understand how much goes into building confidence for kids, their self-esteem, the ability for public speaking. That's, America's number one fear is public speaking, more so than death. So the ability to sit here and speak and be on camera and be on a microphone. Theater really helps with that. It helps just with that confidence, even just body mechanics, learning the choreography and steps. It's such a good thing for youth. And then adults too. It gives us a way to step outside of our work zone and just become something else, be more, be different, experience different emotions on a stage that we just don't get to do in other aspects of life.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And as Jerry Seinfeld said, most people would rather, if you go to a funeral, most people would rather be in the casket than I'm giving the eulogy.
Right.
But we're talking with Tim Searby and Sheralyn Bolton from Lincoln Community Theater. We'll go ahead and take our second break right now. 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions or comments, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3. Our last segment here with Sheralyn Bolton and Tim Searby from Lincoln Community Theater. We talked about your upcoming season. Actually, before we get too far away from it, we mentioned the Wizard of Oz production at Mount Pulaski. Looks like the dates for the show are Friday, February 28th at 6:30, Saturday, March 1st at 2 p.m., and then Saturday, March 1st at 6:30 p.m. as well. Tickets costing $8 for adults, seniors, and students, $5 a piece. So
Great.
just to put a bow on that before we move on.
Great.
Yeah, so talking about theater and the youth, getting youth involved, Lincoln Community Theater actually has an offering that kind of helps encourage the theater arts in youth, and it's through its scholarship. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we're a nonprofit, but we do like to give back. We don't just take all your money. We do like to give back. We have a scholarship for any graduating Logan County student that is pursuing a degree in any of the theater arts, whether that be music or theater, dance.
Particularly if we've got a student that's worked with LCT before, we'd like to give preference to that. We like to encourage these kids to, leave high school and to go into college and continue doing stuff, continue that theater mindset to get involved. So we have a scholarship that we offer. So the high schools should have that on their books soon, and all the information about that, how students can apply.
And you said it was open to any Logan County student, not just Lincoln, so Mount Pulaski.
Yeah, so Pulaski.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Very good. And then we talked about theater just sort of making the community a more enriched, a more vibrant place to be. How does that scholarship program sort of feed into that? I mean, I'm guessing the overall hope is folks will go off to college, they'll do theater, and then they'll come back and share their talents with the community here.
We've had that, yeah. We've had the students that have received a scholarship, they've come back, they've been involved. that is the hope. Or if they don't come back to Lincoln or to our community, they would at least move on to their next communities, and they would take it there also. So
And hopefully enrich the lives of other people because of what they studied.
Yeah. So let's see. We talked about the Midwinter Nights event. We talked about the 2025 season.
Loyd, while we talk about that, we didn't pull up the dates for you for auditions. Musicville, which is the youth show, will be, the auditions for that will be March 21st and 22nd. And then Guys and Dolls, the auditions will be April 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Yep.
And it'll be on our website too. So
the youth show will be for students leaving 2nd grade through leaving 8th grade, so anything at elementary, junior high age. And then Guys and Dolls will be anything high school through adults. So you could still audition for that, Tim.
Thank you.
I've got the horse right here for you.
I could be Arvide in the mission.
Well, I remember you telling a story once when we were doing the I Do out at the Maple Club, that one of the last productions that I was involved in that I played the drums on, you said, some smart aleck from the audience said, hey, because you had done it in increments of 5 years, I believe.
Yes, we did.
And someone came up from the audience and said, if you do it in another 5 years, you could do it backwards.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know why that stuck with me. Oh, the things you remember. Let's see. Gosh, anything we haven't talked about with Lincoln Community Theater? I know we see you out and about at the First Fridays or the Third Fridays events. You're out at the ALMH market every once in a while.
We'll be at the market over the summer.
Yeah.
We've got we're part of the Lincoln Park District Health Expo March 1st. That Saturday morning we'll have a booth there. We'll have information about the youth auditions, then hopefully to draw in people for that. So we'll have a table there.
Okay. So.
And I really would just like to encourage people to come to Midwinter Night's Dream and hear the amazing talent that we have in this community.
Absolutely. And once again, a Midwinter Night's Dream, a dessert musical cabaret, February 14th at 7 p.m., February 15th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets available for $15 a person at lincolncommunitytheater.org. It's the proper spelling of theater.
Yes.
And where did you say the treats were from again?
Missy's Sweet Shop, and then from We Three Sweets, and then amazing coffee from Guest House.
Okay, very good. So dessert in a show rather than dinner in a show, but still a good way to spend Valentine's Day. So.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're just about at the bottom of the hour, so thank you to Sheralyn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And everyone, make sure to get your tickets. You said about 100 have sold at this point. Almost 300. So still time to get your tickets, but don't wait till the last minute or they'll be gone.
That's right. Yeah.
And once they're gone, they're gone. I don't know. Do you ever have scalpers?
Last year sold out, so.
Do you ever have scalpers or tickets on stuff that come up?
We have just the right amount of desserts for each night.
Weather looks clear. It's not going to be cold. We shouldn't have a storm stamp, so hopefully
we're hoping
we'll bring it all out.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for being with us again. Once again, Lincoln Community Theater, a Midwinter Night's Dream, a dessert cabaret, musical cabaret, February 14th and 15th, 7 p.m. performances both dates, and then a 2 p.m. matinee on the 15th. So once again, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And next week, as I mentioned, on the 4 p.m. 411 program, we will have Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. But for now, I'm Loyd Kirby from WLCN. Thanks for watching and listening.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.